Littlefield High School baseball action on the Littlefield Sports Network. Welcome to today's play-by-play broadcast. Littlefield Wildcats baseball is brought to you by the following supporters: the Littlefield ISD, Hillcrest Funeral Home, Wellington State Bank, Heffington Farms, and Triple T Irrigation, Fibermax by BASF, First Federal Bank, Brown Flying Service, the Lance Insurance Agency, Always Towing, and by Bill Wells Chevrolet, GMC. We will go live and direct to the ballpark for today's play-by-play action, right after a word from our sponsors. Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. It's truck month at Bill Wells, and we have 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado light duty trucks with Turbo Max and 5.3-liter engine, and great offers on all other Silverados. Make us your last stop and get the best deal. Together, let's drive. Call, click BillWellsChevrolet.com, or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
With approved credit, see dealer for details.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to some Wildcat baseball. I'm Gabriel Montalvo here bringing you tonight's action between the Littlefield Wildcats and the Friona Chiefs. Tonight's matchup is being played here in Littlefield. We have perfect baseball weather. It's sunny. Sun's not in anyone's eye currently. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing out towards right field, but other than that, you really couldn't ask for more perfect baseball weather. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and read you tonight's lineup, starting with the Friona Chieftains. So starting things off for Friona, they have number 15, Jameson Daniels. He's followed by Aaron Rosales, then Gabriel Ramos. The cleanup hitter for the Chieftains is Owen Magui, and then he's followed by Aiden Tafoya. After him is Mason Ramos. Then it'll be Joe Villegas. After him is Marcelo Leon, and then the 9-hole for the Chieftains is Rafael Rocha. And that's the lineup for the Chieftains. Now for the Littlefield Wildcats, leading things off, we have pitcher number 2, Major McNeese. After him, our number 2-hole is number 30, Adam McDonald. After him, he's followed by 28, Chip Green. The cleanup hitter for the Wildcats is number 10, Jacob Kirkland. He's followed by number 22, Braden Redmond. And after him, they have number 18, Dawson Atkins. After Dawson is number 12, Ian Mendez. After Ian, we have number 8, Jaden Kirkland. And the 9-hole for the Wildcats is number 6, Gabe Villanueva. So with that being said, they're now meeting at the plate for the coaches meeting. Littlefield is wearing their maroon pinstripe jerseys with white and gray trim and numbers with a white hat. And Friona is wearing their red jerseys with white trim and number with gray gray baseball pants and red cap. Littlefield will be the home team, so we will be taking the field first. And as soon as I know who is playing what position, I will make sure to get it out to you guys. So, to my knowledge, Friona is starting 6 freshmen. So they're a very young team. Littlefield played them earlier in the season. I believe Run ruled them in Friona. So Littlefield definitely has a lot more experience than the young Chieftains. So hopefully be out of here in 5. But with that, they're taking a long time at the plate for the coaches meeting. So with that, we're going to take a little break, and I'll be right back to get you tonight's gameplay right after this.
At First Federal Bank, we believe we are the best bank in Lamb County. We are the next generation of banking, while still holding true to our values that help to improve lives and strengthen communities. First Federal Bank was born to provide banking the way it should be, by putting people first. We are proud of the role we serve in the lives of our customers. Visit our new ATM, conveniently located at our bank at 2313 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 4-94763.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer. Like no other, hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit David McGeehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
This is Superintendent Mitch McNeese. I'm proud to support our Littlefield ISD athletes and students as they strive for victory. Behind every game, every win, and every success on a field, court, or classroom stands a dedicated team. From our hardworking school board to our passionate administrators, faculty, and staff, we are cheering for our students. With their talent and determination, they embody the spirit of our community. Go Wildcats, Littlefield ISD, where excellence is the standard.
Every bag of FiberMax cotton has 220,000 seeds chock full of innovation, like advanced genetics for longer, stronger fiber, which means 220,000 reasons to hear, "You got what premiums?" And new Accent Flex technology for powerful weed control, which means 220,000 reasons to say, "Heck yeah, I grew that." FiberMax cotton from BASF. Innovation in every bag. Always read and follow label directions.
118 years and still going strong. Wellington State Bank is your hometown community bank. Wellington State Bank offers personal, dedicated service on deposit accounts, farm and equipment loans, and many other financial needs. Wellington State Bank proudly serves the Littlefield area and always supports the Wildcats. Visit any of our 14 locations or on the web at wellingtonsb.bank. Wellington State Bank of Littlefield, your partners in progress, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchtone Energy cooperative.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. It's truck month at Bill Wells, and we have 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado light-duty trucks with Turbo Max and 5.3-liter engines, and great offers on all other Silverados. Make us your last stop and get the best deal. Together, let's drive. Call, click BillWellsChevrolet.com, or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Welcome back into some Wildcat Baseball. I'm Gabe Montalvo here bringing you tonight's matchup between your Littlefield Wildcats and the Friona Chieftains. Now to get you the field positions for your Wildcats, since we are the home team. Starting things off on the mound for Littlefield is the senior number 2, Major McNeese. Behind the plate catching for him is number 8, Jaden Kirkland. Playing first base for the Wildcats is number 30, Adam McDonald. Playing second base for the Wildcats is number 18, Dawson Adkins. Shortstop for Littlefield is senior Ian Mendez. Third base for Littlefield is number 28, Chip Green. And in the outfield, starting with left fielder number 6, Gabe Villanueva. Center field for the Wildcats is number 22, Braden Redmond. And to finish things off for the Wildcats, the right fielder is number 10, Jacob Kirkland. Like I said, it's perfect weather for baseball. Littlefield looking to extend their district record. They're currently sitting 7-3, 2 losses to Idalou and 1 to Shallowater. Friona, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't yet to win a district game. But with that being said, here comes the first pitch of the night. Blows by him for a called strike one. So 0-1 is the count. Next pitch underway. He gets a hold of its outside pitch. It's going up. Redmond's carrying and makes the catch. That's Braden Redmond for out number 1 for Littlefield. So 1 out for the Wildcats here to start the game off of a pop fly. That's Braden Redmond making the catch. After that out, that'll bring Aaron Rosales to the plate for the Chieftains. Lefty on lefty action here. It's the first pitch to him. Outside, hits this Atkins. He fields it, gets it to McDonald for out number 2. So quick 2 outs to start the game for Littlefield. As Atkins gets a ground ball hit to him. Easy out number 2 for Littlefield. So with that, that'll bring Gabriel Ramos to the plate for Friona. Here's the pitch. Blows past him for a called strike one. 0-1 the count. 2 outs here, top of the first. Next pitch going to be low, ball 1. So 1-1 to Ramos. Comes pitch number 3. Gets him swinging for a called strike 2. Count is now 1-2, 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch. Gets him swinging on the inside pitch, and it's going to go foul. So the count's going to remain 1-2 to Gabriel Ramos. Here's the next delivery from Mage. Gets him swinging and missing for a called strike 3. And that's 3 outs for Littlefield. With this little inning change, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
True hometown banks are harder to find these days. Hometown banking at First Federal Bank means that we are headquartered right here in Lamb County. So you get personal service, local decisions from local pros, fast. We specialize in ag lending, land notes, and investment property. Plus, we have a new home mortgage product with little down and low rates. First Federal Bank in Littlefield, a hometown bank who understands your needs. Find us on Facebook, call, or come in today. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS 494763.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer. Like no other, hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Welcome back into some Wildcat baseball. Heading into the bottom of the first, Littlefield holds Friona to 0 runs, 3 up, 3 down. First 3 batters were the first 3 outs. So good start for Littlefield as the pitcher continues warming up. Leading things off for the Wildcats is the pitcher, Major McNeese. He'll be followed by the first baseman, number 30, Adam McDonald. And then the 3-hole for Littlefield will be number 28, and your third baseman, Chip Green. It's quite a long warm-up for this pitcher right here. I'm sure Littlefield's picking up on a lot of pitcher tells right now, but as I've stated before, if you didn't hear me, Friona is a very young team. We got word from their broadcaster that they are starting 6 freshmen right now. So very young team, as to where Littlefield has 7 seniors and 2 juniors in our team. So Littlefield definitely has the experience on this young Friona team, and I'm assuming Coach Hartley is expecting them to play with, play way better than Friona, knowing that. But here comes McNeese to the plate. First AB of the day for Littlefield. Here's the first pitch to him. He shows bunt, tries to go and misses. It's going to be called strike 1. Tries to get the drag bunt down, misses it. Counts now 0-1. Here comes the next pitch to McNeese. And he gets a hold of it, sends it into the right center gap. And he's moving. Center fielder's chasing it. Major's rounding first, going. That ball just hit the fence. Major's still going, rounding second. He's heading to third, and he's going to get there because the second baseman misses the cutoff throw. And Major leads things off for Littlefield with a leadoff triple. So a triple for Major McNeese. That's going to bring the first baseman, Adam McDonald, to the plate for the first time of the day. So good start for Littlefield. The leadoff triple. So McNeese now on third. McDonald the batter. Here comes the first pitch to McDonald. Be inside, called strike 1. Counts 0-1 to McDonald. McNeese on third. Next pitch underway. Inside again, gets past the catcher. McNeese is going to walk in home. And that's the first runner on the board for Littlefield. Seemed like that catcher took it off a weird spot. He's slow to get up. Might have hit him off the inside of the leg or a hip or something. But with that, like I said, Major's going to walk into home. And so Littlefield now ahead to start the game 1-0 with no outs. And the count is still 1-1 to McDonald. Catcher's going to try to get back in the groove of things after taking a ball off a weird spot. I don't know. I thought it hit his gear and bounced away, but I don't have the best view of things. Okay, here we go now. Back in action. Adam steps back into the box for Littlefield. Counts 1-1. Here comes the next pitch. Be ball high. Count is now 2-1. No outs. No runners on base as Major McNeese walked in to score. Here comes pitch number 4 to McDonald. He gets it's going to be an outside fastball, and he gets a hold of it. Rips it to the center fielder. That's going to be a single for the first baseman.
Your first baseman, number 28, Chip Green.
So now with that, here comes the 3-hole, and the third baseman, number 28, Chip Green, to the plate for Littlefield. He'll come to the plate with no outs and McDonald on first here in the bottom of the first inning. He's going to show bunt early. McDonald's getting a pretty big lead, and he's going to go. Chip's going to pull back. The throw's there. Not in time to catch McDonald. So McDonald will reach second off of a fake bunt steal from Littlefield. So there's still no outs. The count is now 1-0 with the runner on second. So here comes the 1-0 pitch to Chip. Fastball low and outside. Gets away from the catcher, and McDonald is going to steal to third. So the count's now 2-0 to Chip Green, and Adam McDonald is on third with no outs. So here comes a 2-0 pitch to Chip Green. It's going to be inside for a called strike one. So count now 2-1 to Mr. Green. So here comes the next pitch. Be high, ball 3. 31 is the count. McDonald still on third. No outs still for the Wildcats. So here comes the next pitch. Gets inside, and Green gets a hold of it. He's going to go up. Center field makes the catch. Adams going to tag. Here comes the throw, and he is safe. So McDonald is going to score for Littlefield off of the sac fly from Chip Green. So that'll be the first out of the night for Littlefield, but not after receiving another run. The score is now 2-0, and Littlefield jumping off to our early lead. That being said, is going to bring the cleanup hitter to the plate for the Wildcats, number 10, and the right fielder, Jacob Kirkland. So here comes his first pitch of the day. Be a ball up. 1-0 is the count. No runners on for Littlefield. Here comes the next pitch to Kirkland. Gets it inside. Just beats him and gets hit straight back to the pitcher. And he's going to be thrown out for out number 2. So after Kirkland, here comes number 18, the center fielder for the Littlefield Wildcats, Braden Redmond. 2 outs for Littlefield. Here in the bottom of the first, score is 2-0. Redmond at the plate. So here comes the first pitch of the night to Red. It's going to be a curveball. Not quite there. It's going to be ball 1. It's pretty close. Good pretty break on that ball. But it wasn't a strike, so it's okay. 1-0 is the count. Next pitch is outside fastball. Redmond gets a hold of it, but hits it directly towards the center fielder for out number 3. So with that, Littlefield takes an early lead, 2-0 here going into the top of the second inning. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit David McGeehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Welcome back in to some Littlefield baseball. As Littlefield jumped ahead early in the first inning, throwing up 2 runs. I believe we got through our first 5 batters. McNeese led things off with a triple. McDonald followed it up with a single. And no strikeouts for Littlefield yet. So that's a good start to the game. But here we go, the top of the second. Here's the first pitch of the second inning. McNeese blows it, gets him swinging for a called strike 1. And at the plate for the Chiefs is Owen. McNeese blows a pitch by him for a called strike 2. So the count now, the count now 0-2. And McNeese rolling. Here's the next pitch. Outside fastball just misses. Ball 1. Count now 1-2 to Mr. Owen. Here comes the next pitch. Gets him swinging for a called strike 3. So he goes down swinging. That's the first out for Littlefield. So after Owen goes down swinging, that'll bring the catcher, number 3, Aiden Tafoya, to the plate. Here's that first pitch from Major. Major now working these batters. He's working fast. He blows the first pitch by him for a called strike 1. Here comes the next pitch. It's that slider outside. He stares at it, but it's going to be a called strike 2. Here comes the next pitch from Mage. Fastball inside just misses. Ball 1. So McNeese really working up there. He's fast tempo. Friona hasn't really caught on to it, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Gets him swinging and missing for a called strike 3. So that's the second out for Littlefield of the second inning. With that, it'll bring number 1, Mason Ramos, to the plate for the Chieftains. So here comes the first pitch to Mr. Ramos. Fastball outside, gets him swinging for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count, 2 outs here. Here's the next pitch. Fastball gets away from him, and it's going to be a called ball. Excuse me. Count 1-1, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Next pitch, swings, gets a piece of it, but doesn't go anywhere. It's called strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Gets him swinging and missing for a called strike 3. So a quick 3 up, 3 down for Littlefield. We're going to take this little break with him. We'll be right back.
This is Superintendent Mitch McNeese. As a proud Wildcat alumni, I am honored to lead our district alongside a dedicated team committed to excellence. From our esteemed school board to our hardworking administrators, faculty, and staff, we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student. Together, we continue our proud tradition of academic and personal growth. So let's embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic as we pave the way for a bright future. Littlefield ISD, where tradition meets progress.
Every bag of FiberMax cotton has 220,000 seeds chock full of innovation, like advanced genetics for longer, stronger fiber, which means 220,000 reasons to hear, "You got what premiums?" and new Accent Flex technology for powerful weed control, which means 220,000 reasons to say, heck yeah, I grew that. FiberMax cotton from BASF. Innovation in every bag. Always read and follow label directions.
Welcome back into Wildcat Baseball. I'm Gabe Montalvo here bringing you the matchup for Littlefield. Littlefield again holds Friona to no runs in the second inning. Littlefield leads the game 0-2 coming in to the bottom of the second. Things started off hot for Littlefield as McNeese starts off the game with a leadoff triple. But here we go to the start of the second inning for Littlefield. Here comes number 22, Dawson Atkins, to lead the things off for the Wildcats. So here we go. Here comes the first pitch to him. Inside, he gets a hold of it, ropes it towards left field. Left fielder lets it drop, and Dawson's going to get a single out of it. So Atkins ropes one down. Left fielder lets it drop, and we'll take it. So leadoff single for Littlefield. After that, it's going to bring number 12 and the shortstop for the Wildcats, Ian Mendez, to the plate. So he'll go to the plate with no outs. Dawson Atkins, his runner on first. So here comes the 0-0 pitch to the senior. He'll show bunt, misses it. Strike one. So tries to get a bunt down and misses it. So 0-1 is the count now to Mendez. Atkins still on first. Mendez receives the sign from Hartley. Atkins is going to get the pickoff attempt, but it's not in time. He's going to get back safe. So 0-1 the count to Mendez. He's going to show bunt again. And pull back. And it'll be a ball. Count is now 1-1 to the senior. I think he's trying to see if the infield is going to come crashing or not. And they haven't yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if he showed bunt again. Count 1-1, no outs. Shows bunt again. Pulls back. It's going to be a fastball outside. Ball two. So 2-1 is the count now. Atkins on first. No outs here in the bottom of the second. So Ian getting the sign from Hartley. He's going to show bunt again. This time he gets it, pushes it towards first, and he's going to be out. But Dawson is going to reach second with ease. So 1 out for the Wildcats, 1 base runner on second. After that, it's going to bring the catcher, number 8, Jaden Kirkland, to the plate for Littlefield for the first time of the day. So he'll come to the plate with 1 out, a runner on second. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. So 1-0 is the count. One out. Runner on second. Here comes the pitch. Breaks inside for a called strike 1. Count now 1-1 to Jaden Kirkland. Wildcats still leading this game 2-0. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Kirkland. It's inside. He gets a hold of it. Left fielder giving chase, isn't going to get to it. It's going to get down. Here comes Atkins rounding. That ball's going to get to the fence. Kirkland's now hitting second, and Hartley's going to tell him to hold. So Dawson Atkins will score from second, and Jaden Kirkland is going to get a double out of that. So Littlefield now adds to their lead. The score is now 3-0. And Littlefield is going to put a courtesy runner in for the catcher. That's number 16, Blayton Solis, coming to base run for Littlefield. So after a double from Jaden Kirkland, it's going to bring to the plate the left fielder, number 6, G. Villanueva. So G will come to the plate, 1 out, runner on second. Here's the 0-0 pitch. He's going to show bunt, fouls it off for a called strike 1. Littlefield not really having a lot of success with the bunt so far tonight. Hopefully things will change as the game progresses. Count 0-1, 1 out. Here's the next pitch. The inside, ball 1. One's across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner on second. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Gets him swinging for a called strike 2. 1-2 is the count to Mr. Villanueva. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. The outside for a ball 2. So 2-2 is the count. 2-2, 1 out. Bladen Solis still on second. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Mr. Villanueva. Gets him swinging. He's going to foul it off. It's going to go outside the fence. So 2-2 is still the count. Two and 2, 1 out. Wildcats leading this game currently 3-0. Bladen Solis still on second. Here's the next pitch. Gets him swinging. He fouls it off again. Might land on the press box. Nope. 2-2 still the count to the left fielder. This pitcher working really slow for Friona, unlike Major where he's working fast. Here comes the 2-2 pitch again to Villanueva. Bladen's going to steal. Villanueva's going to swing and foul it off again. Count remains 2-2. So G battling at the plate right now. And as the pitcher, that's got to be frustrating. Just keeps fouling everything off. But as a Wildcat, you got to love it. So again, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball high, gets past the catcher. And Bladen Solis is going to jog to third easily. So the count, now full count with a runner on third with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And after Villanueva is going to bring back the top of the lineup for Littlefield, Major McNeese is on deck. So here comes the full count pitch. Gets him swinging. The ball's going to pop straight up. Catcher giving chase, looking for it. Just loses it, so doesn't catch it. And G gets to keep battling for Littlefield. So has a quality at bat. 7-pitch at bat for Villanueva. Counts 3-2. 1 out, runner on third. So here comes the next pitch. Fastball way outside. G gets an 8-pitch at bat and gets to walk to first. So with that, it's going to bring back the top of the lineup for Littlefield, Major McNeese. And I think there's going to be a pitching change, maybe real early for Friona. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, I'm going to use this little time to, or I guess I'll stay here. Usually when I play a commercial, take a little while. Coaches don't stay out there for too long. Looks like he's scolding them a little bit. But Villanueva gets himself a quality at bat with the 8-pitch at bat and then reaches first off of the walk. So Littlefield still leads this game 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. 1 out, runner on third, and a runner on first. Runner on the corner, I should say. Bladen Solis is the runner on third, and G. Villanueva is the runner on first. So here we go. Major McNeese at the plate for Littlefield for the second time of the night. His first AB, he got a leadoff triple. So here comes the first pitch to him. He swings, hits a towering pop fly towards right. Right fielder barely snags it in. Solis is going to tag up from third, and he's going to score. But Villanueva is going to hold at first. So McNeese will get a sac fly as he scores Blayton Solis in for Littlefield's 4th run of the night. That now brings 2 outs to the game for Littlefield, and Adam McDonald to the plate for the 2nd time of the night. He comes to the plate with G. Villanueva, the runner at first. His first AB, he got a single. This is the first pitch to him, inside. He gets it, it goes towards third baseman, and he doesn't beat out the throw, so Adam is going to be out for out number 3. The Wildcats lead this game 4-0 going into the 3rd. We'll be right back.
118 years and still going strong. Wellington State Bank is your hometown community bank. Wellington State Bank offers personal dedicated service on deposit accounts, farm and equipment loans, and many other financial needs. Wellington State Bank proudly serves the Littlefield area and always supports the Wildcats. Visit any of our 14 locations or on the web at wellingtonsb.bank. Wellington State Bank of Littlefield, your partners in progress, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchtone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back into Littlefield baseball, where the Wildcats lead the game 4-0 over the Friona Chieftains. So Littlefield threw up 2 innings in the 2 runs in the first and 2 runs in the second. So going into the 3rd for Friona, leading things off is number 9, Joe Villegas. He shows bunt, he bunts it straight back to McNeese for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Wildcats. Coming up to the plate for Friona is number 10, Marcelo Leon. He is the 2nd baseman for the Chief. Excuse me. Here comes his first pitch of the night. That pitch got away from McNeese. Can be called ball 1. So 1-0. Second pitch blows right past him for a called strike 1. So 1-1 in the count. Next pitch again blows right past him for a called strike 2. Count now 1-2, 1 out. Major work, and here comes the next pitch again. Low and inside, ball 2. So the count now 22, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Gets him swinging and missing for a called strike 3. And that is now 2 outs for Littlefield. So with that, here comes the first baseman, number 2, Rafael Rocha. First time of the night. Here's his first pitch. Slow. Curve ball gets him stuck for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count. Same thing next pitch. Gets him swinging and fouls it off for a called strike 2. 0-2. And 2 outs. No runners on for Friona. Here comes the next pitch from McNeese. Looks like he tried to locate outside. He gets away from him. It's going to be a ball 1. 1-2 is the count to the batter. Here comes the next pitch. Blows right by him. Goes down swinging for out number 3. Now Littlefield still leads this game 4-0 going to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back.
Needing a tow can ruin your day. Whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck, if you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. It's truck month at Bill Wells, and we have 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado light-duty trucks with Turbo Max and 5.3-liter engines, and great offers on all other Silverados. Make us your last stop and get the best deal. Together, let's drive. Call, click BillWellsChevrolet.com, or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Welcome back into Wildcat Baseball, where Littlefield leads this game 4-0 over the Friona Chieftains. Friona's went 3 up, or no, Littlefield went up 3 up, 3 down. Friona still scoreless this game, and every inning has just been batter after batter just been getting out. I want to say one batter might have gotten a hit, but he didn't get on. So right now, Major's doing pretty good on the mound. I mean, it's good as a pitcher when you can get all 3 batters out, one after the other. So here's Chip Green at the plate for the second time of the night. Here's his first pitch of the 3rd inning. He shows bunt and fouls it off for called strike 1. So still Littlefield struggling to get the bunt down tonight. Still a lot of baseball left to play, though. Maybe. Littlefield could run roll him. That's always the plan, right? Count 0-1 to Mr. Green. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fastball low and in the dirt. Ball 1. So 1-1 to the 3rd baseman. No runners on. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball high. Ball 2. So 21 the count to Mr. Green. Sun starting to go down. There's more shade coming in from the trees in the background. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Nearly hits Green. Goes right behind his noggin. 31 the count now. So here we go. Next pitch underway. It'll be ball 4. Chip's going to reach bases off of a walk. So with that, it's going to bring the right fielder, Jacob Kirkland, to the plate for Littlefield for the second time of the night. Kirkland now the cleanup hitter for Littlefield. So Green is on first. Kirkland's going to show bunt early. Ball's going to hit the dirt, and Green's going to go. Green reaches second easily. And that ball's going to be low in the dirt for ball 1 to Kirkland. So Captain Kirk at the plate for Littlefield. 1-0. Chip Green on second. He's going to go, and he's going to be there safely as he gets a great jump picking up that pitcher tail. This pitcher has a high leg kick. And he was there. He could have been there standing, but style points for sliding. So 2-0 is the count to Captain Kirk. Here's the pitch. Fastball way outside. 3-0 to Captain Kirk. So sitting 30 with Chip Green on third. No outs here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Ball 4, and Kirk's going to reach first base off of a walk. So Littlefield now has runners on the corners. Chip Green at third. Jacob Kirkland at first. So that's going to bring the center fielder to the plate for Littlefield, number 18, Braden Redmond. So get things starting to slow down again here at Littlefield Wildcat Stadium. A lot slower. But still no outs for Littlefield. Runners on the corners. Redmond is the batter at the plate. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. The pitch is going to fake back pick to first, but hold on to the ball. So now here comes the 0-0 pitch to Redmond. Fastball low, gets away from the catcher. Green's going to steal home and gets there safely. And Kirk's going to steal from second to third and gets there safely as well. So Kirk catches the sleeper, Kirk, he catches the catcher sleeping and reaches third all the way from first base. So Littlefield now leads the game 5-0 after Mr. Green walks in. Count 1-0 to Redmond. Ball high. 2-0 is the count. Runner in scoring position. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. And Redmond gets it, hits it in the gap, and that's going to get down. Yes, it gets down. Redmond gets a single out of it, and Kirkland jogs into home. So Redmond gets himself a single, and the Wildcats add to their lead. The score is now 6-0, no outs here in the bottom of the third. So after the single from Redmond, up to the plate is number 22, Dawson Atkins. So Littlefield having a great day at the plate thus far. So here comes the 0-0 pitch to the second baseman. He shows bunt, doesn't get it down, fouls it off. Strike one. So 0-1 the count to Dawson Atkins. Redmond the runner at first base for Littlefield. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Atkins. Redmond gets a big lead. That pitcher's going to step off the mound, and Redmond dives back. But here we go. Count 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Shows bunt again. Doesn't get it down. Fouls it off again. Strike two. So count now 0-2. With no outs, runner on first for Littlefield. So Atkins receives the sign from Hartley. Redmond the runner at first, no outs, 0-2. Pitcher's going to pick off to first, and Redmond's going to walk back. 0-2 still the count, no outs. Atkins at the plate. He'll show bunt again. Gets it down this time. So he'll get it down the first baseline. Pitcher's not going to be able to scoop it up, and Dawson's going to reach first base off of that little error right there from the pitcher. Perfectly plays bunt. It advances Redmond over to second. No outs here in this inning for Littlefield. Ian Mendez, the batter, now at the plate with Redmond on second and Atkins on first. Hartley was making sure he got that bunt down. He made him bunt with 2 strikes, but it paid off. So here comes the 0-0 pitch to Mendez. He shows bunt 2. Fouls it off for a called strike 1. Ball looked a little inside, but he went for it anyway. Fouled it off, though. 0-1 the count to the shortstop. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Mendez. Shows the bunt again. Gets the drag bunt down. No one's going to get it. All runners are going to reach there safely. Yep, Ian Mendez reaches first off of a drag bunt after miscommunication from the third baseman and pitcher. No one got it. So Redmond advances from second to third, Atkins is now the runner on second, and Mendez reaches first off of a successful drag bunt. So Littlefield now has the bases loaded with Jaden Kirkland now at the plate for the Wildcats. No outs here in the bottom of the third. So the bunt now starting to pay off for Littlefield. But here comes the 0-0 pitch to Kirkland. Fastball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. No outs. Next pitch underway. Fastball outside, gets him swinging for a called strike 1. 1-1 the count, no outs, bases loaded. Here comes the next pitch. He's going to show bunt, gets it down, and here comes Redmond in safe. So Redmond is going to score off of the suicide squeeze, I would say. And no outs. Littlefield still has bases loaded after a successful bunt from Jaden Kirkland. So Littlefield has bunted all their base runners on that are out there now. Atkins reached bases off of a bunt. Mendez reached the bases off of a bunt. And Kirkland just now reached the bases off the bunt. Littlefield now leads the game 7-0. There might be a pitching change, but we're going to hear a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
And we're back in for Littlefield baseball here in the bottom of the third, where Littlefield leads the game 7-0 with no outs. G. Villanueva back up to the plate for Littlefield. Bases are loaded. He has Atkins on third, Mendez on second, and Blayton Solis, the courtesy runner for Jaden Kirkland, on first. So here comes the 0 pitch. Inside. Hits it to the shortstop. Shortstop throws to first. And he beats out the throw. So G will reach bases after he beats out the throw from the shortstop. So still no outs for Littlefield. Littlefield's going to score a run off of that. Atkins is going to score. Now Littlefield back at the top of the lineup. Here's Major McNeese for the third time of the night for Littlefield. Bases loaded, no outs. So here comes the 0-0 pitch to McNeese. Low and outside, ball 1. And like I said before, this Littlefield team has a lot more experience than this young Friona team, and it's showing right now. 1-0 is the count. Here comes the next pitch. Breaks outside for a called strike 1. So 1-1 is the count to the pitcher. Bases loaded. Here comes the next pitch. Fastball outside. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count to Major McNeese. No outs. Bases still loaded for Littlefield. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Just say it's outside. Ball 2. So 22 is the count to Major McNeese. Here comes the next pitch. He's him swinging, and it's going to be hit right back to the shortstop. Line drive back to the shortstop for out number 1 of the inning. It's a hard hit baseball, but it's got hit right back to the shortstop. That'll be out number 1 for Littlefield. That's going to bring number 30, Adam McDonald, to the plate. So he'll come to the plate with bases loaded, 1 out. So here comes the 0-0 pitch. Low in the dirt. Ball 1. The base runners for Littlefield out there are Mendez on third, Bladen Solis on second, and G. Villanueva on first. So 1-0 is the count, 1 out. Here comes the next pitch. He swings. Third baseman makes an error. It's going to get away from him. And all the runners are going to advance as Adam reaches first safely. So Littlefield's going to add to their lead. The score is now 9-0 here in the bottom of the third with 1 out, and Chip Green is now at the plate for Littlefield. Base is still loaded for the Wildcats. Solis is on third, G. Villanueva on second, and McDonald is on first. So here comes the 0-0 pitch to Green. Going to hit a pop fly. Right fielder looking for it. Gets under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. And I think he thought he got out number 3. Bladen Solis is going to tag up. G is going to tag up as well. And they're both going to score. So Littlefield's going to get 2 runs off of that. Sack pop fly from Chip Green. Score is now 11-0 here in the bottom of the third. McDonald's going to hold at first, and that's going to bring Jacob Kirkland back to the plate for Littlefield with 2 outs. So here comes his 0-0 pitch. Her pitcher's going to step off. Friona, coach, is going to yell at their players. We're trying to get them to hold McDonald on is what they're saying. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. Low inside, gets away from the catcher. McDonald's going to jog to second, and he reaches it. Fine. Not a breath wasted. Could have walked there. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for this Friona team. Littlefield's experience is just way too much for them. Like I stated before, they have 6 freshmen. They're starting 6 freshmen. But Littlefield not holding back. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Kirkland. Kirkland didn't like it, but it's going to be a called strike 1. Count now 1-1, 2 outs. McDonald on second. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Kirk. He swings, chops it up the middle, and he's going to get through the gap and get to center. McDonald is going to jog in from second. It extends the Wildcats' lead 12-0 here in the bottom of the third. So Friona just failing to answer Littlefield right now. Littlefield just pretty much doing whatever they want. We're still in the bottom of the third, and score is now 12-0. So Braden Redmond now up to bat for Littlefield. Kirkland is the runner on first. So here comes the first pitch to him. Low fastball, ball 1. 1-0, 2 outs. Mr. Redmond, the batter. One-oh pitch. He swings, hits it to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, makes the throw, and it's going to be in time. Redmond's going to be called out. So with that, Littlefield currently leading the game 12-0, heading into the top of the 4th. We'll be right back.
At First Federal Bank, we believe we are the best bank in Lamb County. We are the next generation of banking, while still holding true to our values that help to improve lives and strengthen communities. First Federal Bank was born to provide banking the way it should be, by putting people first. We are proud of the role we serve in the lives of our customers. Visit our new ATM, conveniently located at our bank at 2313 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 4-94763.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer. Like no other, hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Hillcrest Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit David McGeehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
Welcome back into Littlefield baseball. Should be a pitching change for Littlefield. G. Villanueva is going to come to the mound, and I believe Major McNeese goes to center for Littlefield. That's exactly what happened. You now have, let me see, Jacob Kirkland in right, Major McNeese in center. Left fielder is who is the left fielder? Braden Redmond is the left fielder. Chip Green at third, Ian Mendez at short, Dawson Atkins at second, Adam McDonald at first. So here comes G's first pitch. It's going to be a fastball popped up. Mendez calls everyone off, settles under it, and makes the catch for out number one here to start the fourth inning. So Major McNeese is going to finish pitching off the game with 9 batters and 9 strikeouts. So he did pretty good on the mound tonight for the Wildcats. But here comes G's second pitch. It's the outside corner for a call, strike one. 0-1 is the count to Aaron Rosales. Fastball up, ball one. 1-1 the count, 1 out to Mr. Rosales for Friona. Here comes the next pitch. Outside, Chip Green fields it up, makes the throw, and it's in time for out number 2. So Chip Green fields it up. It makes the throw to McDonald for out number 2 here in the top of the fourth. So with that, it's going to bring Gabriel Ramos to the plate for Friona. 2 outs for Friona. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bowls right by him for call strike one. 0-1 the count. Here's Villanueva's next pitch. Fastball outside gets away from him. Ball one. 1-1, 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch. Gets him swinging. He'll foul it off for called strike two. So Villanueva ahead in the count, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Villanueva. Low, ball 2. So 2s across the board for Friona. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. So here comes the 22 delivery. Fastball just a little outside. Full count now to Mr. Gabriel. So here comes the next pitch from Villanueva. Fastball down the middle. He's going to foul it off. Count remains 3-2. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. Gets him swinging. It's going to be blooped right to Adam McDonald for a 3-up, 3-down for G. Villanueva. Wildcats still leading this game 12-0. We'll be right back.
This is Superintendent Mitch McNeese. I'm proud to support our Littlefield ISD athletes and students as they strive for victory. Behind every game, every win, and every success on a field, court, or classroom stands a dedicated team. From our hardworking school board to our passionate administrators, faculty, and staff, we are cheering for our students. With their talent and determination, they embody the spirit of our community. Go Wildcats, Littlefield ISD, where excellence is the standard.
Every bag of FiberMax cotton has 220,000 seeds chock full of innovation, like advanced genetics for longer, stronger fiber, which means 220,000 reasons to hear, "You got what premiums?" And new Accent Flex technology for powerful weed control, which means 220,000 reasons to say, "Heck yeah, I grew that." FiberMax cotton from BASF. Innovation in every bag. Always read and follow label directions.
118 years and still going strong. Wellington State Bank is your hometown community bank. Wellington State Bank offers personal dedicated service on deposit accounts, farm and equipment loans, and many other financial needs. Wellington State Bank proudly serves the Littlefield area and always supports the Wildcats. Visit any of our 14 locations or on the web at wellingtonsb.bank. Wellington State Bank of Littlefield, your partners in progress, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back into Wildcat Baseball, where the Wildcats currently lead the game 12-0 over the Friona Chieftains here to start the bottom of the fourth. Leading things off for Littlefield this inning is number 22, Dawson Atkins. On deck for Littlefield is number 12, Ian Mendez. And after him will be the catcher, Jaden Kirkland. So those are the three guaranteed batters you'll see to start the inning for Littlefield. So here comes the 0-0 pitch. Fastball down the middle, and Dawson gets a hold of it. Hits it up the middle, and he's going to get a single out of it. So Dawson gets himself a single to start the fourth inning for Littlefield. So now number 12, Ian Mendez, comes to the plate with no outs and a runner on first. Harley giving him the go-ahead sign. So Mendez calls time. Now he steps back in. So here comes the 0-0 pitch. Shows bunt, gets the drag bunt down. Third baseman scoops it, and it's in time to catch Mendez. But Mendez is going to advance Dawson Atkins over. So 1 out now for Littlefield. Runner on second. Here comes the catcher, number 8, Jaden Kirkland, to the plate for Littlefield. So Atkins on second. Here comes the 0-0 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Count is now 1-0 to the junior. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Going to be high and outside, ball 2. 2-0 is the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Be inside. He's going to pop it up. Pitcher looking for it and makes the catch. Out number 2. So there's 2 outs for Littlefield. Atkins on second. Here comes G. Villanueva back to the plate. Villanueva now pitching in relief of Major McNeese. Almost called her Major Mendez. Whoops. So Villanueva will come to the plate. He has Atkins on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, where Littlefield's leading the game 12-0. So here comes the 0-0 pitch. Hits the dirt. Ball 1. That ball popped up and hit the catcher pretty hard, but he has a face mask on. Blue, he's good. 1-0 is the count to Villanueva. 2 outs, runner on second. Here comes the next pitch. Fastball outside. G rips it into the left center gap. Center fielder giving chase, makes a diving attempt and misses it, and it's going to get over the backup's head. So G now rounding second. Dawson's going to score. Hartley sending G home. G's going home, and he's going to get up safe. G gets himself an in the park, a home run for Littlefield. That now extends Littlefield's lead 14-0. good attempt there from the center fielder as he attempted to dive for that. Nearly got to it, but didn't quite get to it. And Littlefield is going to capitalize off of it. So the score is now 14-0. I believe Friona is going to make a pitching change. So with that, we're going to take this little break with them. We'll be right back.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community. And today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area, the Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchtone Energy cooperative.
Needing a tow can ruin your day, whether it be a breakdown, flat tire, or even a wreck. If you ever need a tow, Always Towing is here to make it less stressful and more cost-efficient for you. Always Towing is located in Littlefield, Texas, and services the entire area. They provide light and heavy-duty towing, rollback services, winch outs, and wheel lifts for trucks. Their experienced drivers are available 24 hours a day. Call 385-3800. That's 385-3800 for Always Towing. The Holmes family of Always Towing sends all the best to the Littlefield Wildcats in tonight's game.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC in Plainview. It's truck month at Bill Wells, and we have 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado light-duty trucks with Turbo Max and 5.3-liter engines, and great offers on all other Silverados. Make us your last stop and get the best deal. Together, let's drive. Call, click BillWellsChevrolet.com, or come see us at 501 South I-27, where your next car is in plain view.
With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Welcome back into Wildcat Baseball, where Littlefield currently leads the game 14-0 here in the bottom of the fourth over the Friona Chieftains. Friona gonna make a pitching change. They're gonna put Jameson Daniels into relief for Owen McGooey. Sorry if I'm saying that last name wrong. That's just how it's spelled on the lineup. But Littlefield still trying to extend their lead here, possibly go home. Major McNeese now up to the plate with 2 outs. So the first pitch for Mr. Jameson is a ball. Count now 1-0, 2 outs. Major McNeese, the batter for Littlefield. Second pitch is a ball outside. 2-0 to the count. No runners on after Villanueva gets himself a in-the-park home run. So 2-0. Fastball outside, 3-0. 3-0. Major still has the green light. Fastball in the dirt. And Major reaches bases off of a walk. And just my assumption here, no shade to this kid or anybody on this Friona team, but I don't think this kid pitches a whole lot. I mean, he has yet to throw a strike. Again, ball 1. Adam McDonald now the batter with Major McNeese on first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Littlefield on top, 14-0. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And be called strike 1. So it's his first strike of the night. 1-1 now the count. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to McDonald. Hits the dirt, catcher digs it. McNeese is going to hold at first. Ball 2. Count now 2-1 with 2 outs. So 21 the count to the first baseman. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside for a called strike 2. So 2's across the board for the first baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McNeese, the runner on first. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball in the dirt. McNeese is going to jog to second as the ball gets away from the catcher. So there's just 2s everywhere out there. Or excuse me, now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Major McNeese on second. So here's the full count. And it's going to be a ball in the dirt. McNeese is going to reach, or excuse me, McDonald is going to reach first. So with that, here comes number 28, Chip Green, to the plate for Littlefield. So Green will come to the plate with 2 runners out there, 1 on second, 1 on first, with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Here's his first pitch, ball 1, low and away. So 1-0 the count to Mr. Green. Here comes the next pitch. The umpire's going to give it to him for a called strike 1. So 1-1, 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch to Green. Fastball way inside. Ball 2. So 21 the count now for Mr. Green. So here comes the 21 pitch. It's nearly going to hit him, and Green jumps over it. He leaped over the ball, and everyone in the dugout's yelling at him. So the count now 3-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball inside, and Chip is going to rip that one foul. My goodness, he got a piece of that ball. Full count now for Mr. Green. 2 outs, 2 runners on base. So that full count pitch comes, and it's going to be fouled off. Count remains full. So Mr. Green and Captain Kirk is the runner, or excuse me, the batter on deck. So here comes the next pitch. Low and away, hits the dirt, and it's going to be ball 4. So here comes Captain Kirk to the plate for Littlefield with bases loaded, 2 outs. He could potentially end the game right here with a base hit that could score 1. I believe it's still a 15 after 4 mercy rule. But here comes the first pitch. 1-0. Bases loaded. 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch comes. Ball inside. Ball 2. 2-0 is the count now to Captain Kirk. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. Low and inside. Ball 3. So this pitch could potentially end the game right here. As the bases are loaded, it would walk 1 in. He gets it in for a called strike 1, though. 3-1, 2 outs. 14-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And that ball is going to hit the dirt again. And McNeese is going to be the final run of the night for Littlefield after a mercy rule victory over the Friona Chieftains. Or maybe no. Am I mistaken? I might be. I guess they changed the rule. I thought it was 15 after 4. Maybe they're just making a pitching change. They are. Well, Littlefield now leads the game 15-0 here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. There's going to be a pitching change for Friona. With that, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service supporting the Wildcats this season.
True hometown banks are harder to find these days. Hometown banking at First Federal Bank means that we are headquartered right here in Lamb County. So you get personal service, local decisions from local pros, fast. We specialize in ag lending, land notes, and investment property. Plus, we have a new home mortgage product with little down and low rates. First Federal Bank in Littlefield, a hometown bank who understands your needs. Find us on Facebook, call, or come in today. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS 494763.
Welcome back into Wildcat Baseball, where Littlefield leads the game 15-0 here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs and bases loaded. Friona is going to have a pitching change. Number 11, Gabriel Ramos, is going to be the third pitcher of the night for the Chieftains. With that being said, Braden Redmond is now up to bat for Littlefield. So he's up with bases loaded, 2 outs. And ball 1. No shade to Friona at all, but I think the first guy might have been the only guy they had to pitch. I think they're just building arms right now. Here comes the next pitch. Gets it in for a called strike 1. I think this Friona coach is just trying to get somebody who can get the ball there, is what I'm thinking. But the count is now 1-1, 2 outs to Redmond. Here comes the next pitch. Ball 2. So 21 the count. Bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. High and inside, ball 3. So 31 now the count to Braden Redmond. The base runners are Adam McDonald, Chip Green, and Jacob Kirkland. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, ball high. It'll be 4 balls, so Redmond will reach bases off of a walk, and McDonald is going to walk in scoring, extending the lead to 16-0 for Littlefield. So now up to bat for Littlefield is number 22, Dawson Atkins. So Atkins will get to come up to bat with bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's his first pitch. Strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Dawson Atkins. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And it's going to hit him in the shoulder. So he'll reach bases after being hit by pitch. And Chip Green is going to walk in, scoring, and extend the Cats' lead to 17 points. Score is 17-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. So here comes to the plate, number 12, the shortstop, Ian Mendez. So 0-0 is the count. 2 outs. Ball high. 1-0. 1-0, bases loaded. Kirk on third. Redmond on second. And Dawson on first. Next pitch is the ball outside. Ball 2. 2-0 the count to Mendez. Here comes the next pitch. And it's going to hit him. Mendez is going to reach bases after being hit by pitch. And Jacob Kirkland is going to walk in scoring. So that'll extend the Wildcats' lead to 18-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. So hitting for the first time tonight is number 26, Gabe Mata. I believe he is hitting for the catcher, Jaden Kirkland. So Mata's going to come in with 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch. Ball high. 1-0 the count to Gabe Mata. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Littlefield rallying right now. Here comes the next pitch. Ball up again. Ball 2. Count is now 2-0 to Gabe Mata. Next pitch underway. Ball 3. And Friona really struggling now. I don't think they have any more arms to throw. So 30 is the count to Mata. It's the next pitch. Gets it there for called strike one. 31 now the count to Gabe Mata. Bases still loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch. Floats it in there for a called strike 2. So 3-2 the count. 2 outs, bases loaded. So here comes the next pitch. Mata's going to swing. Popped up to first, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Littlefield, after rallying, extends the lead 18-0 heading into the 5th inning. We'll be right back.
The Heffington family of Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation sends all the best to each member of the Littlefield Wildcats this season. Triple T Irrigation is an authorized TL irrigation systems dealer. Like no other, hydrostatically powered TL systems are designed to deliver continuous movement to extend gearbox life. Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, proud supporters of the Littlefield Wildcats.
Hillcrest Funeral Home is Littlefield owned and operated and has been since 2007. We are proud supporters of the Wildcats, Lady Cats, and our Wildcat Band. I'm Shauna Wagley Hastings, and my promise is to always offer you personal and compassionate care in your time of loss. Hillcrest is hometown, and we are always here for you. Come see us at 1305 Phelps Avenue in Littlefield. Hillcrest Funeral Home, cherish the memories, honor the legacy.
Trust the Lance Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs. They offer a better way to buy insurance. Visit David McGeehee and let him shop multiple carriers to get the most competitive rate available for auto, home, commercial, life, crop insurance, and more. Go by 2433 South Farwell Avenue in Littlefield, or give David a call at 385-1693 and let him find the best combination of price, coverage, and service just for you. The Lance Insurance Agency proudly supports the Wildcats and Lady Cats in all that they do.
This is Superintendent Mitch McNeese. As a proud Wildcat alumni, I am honored to lead our district alongside a dedicated team committed to excellence. From our esteemed school board to our hardworking administrators, faculty, and staff, we stand united in our mission to develop and inspire every student. Together, we continue our proud tradition of academic and personal growth. So let's embrace the spirit of Wildcat magic as we pave the way for a bright future. Littlefield ISD, where tradition meets progress.
Welcome back into Wildcat Baseball, where Littlefield leads this game 18-0 over the Friona Chieftains heading into the 5th inning. Littlefield's going to make another pitching change, and Braden Redmond is now going to come in to close for Littlefield. Littlefield actually making a few adjustments here. I'm now noticing C.J. Weaver now at first, Blayton Solis now the second baseman, Chip Green at short, and Dawson Adkins at third in the infield. I want to say the outfield is still no, it is not. You have G. Villanueva still in left. Anastasio Ayala, I believe, is in center, and Jacob Kirkland is still in right. So a lot of changes across the diamond, or across the field, excuse me, for Littlefield. So unless Friona can throw up 9 innings this inning, the game will be over in 3. I bet Littlefield's about ready to be done with this game if they just rallied the last inning off of walks. I mean, there was really hardly any hits that inning. There was no need to swing the bat. But here comes Redmond's first pitch of the night. Gets it there. Ground ball's going to be hit to Solis. He fields it up. Gets the out to C.J. Weaver. So 1 out now for Littlefield. Here comes the next batter for Friona. The catcher for Friona. So here comes Redmond's next pitch. Be a ball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 1-0 to count to the catcher here in the top of the 5th. 1 out. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Redmond gets it there. It's going to be a popped up to the third side. Third baseman makes a catch. Dawson Atkins. That's Dawson Atkins with the catch for out number 2. So Littlefield just 1 out away from ending this game. So with that, it's going to bring the shortstop to the plate for Friona. Here comes Redmond's next pitch, and nearly hits the batter, but he gets out of the way. So 1-0 the count. 1-0, 2 outs. Littlefield leading the game 18-0 here in the top of the 5th. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, no runners on. Here comes the next pitch. Be out, fastball outside. Ball 3. So 3-0 is the count now. Here comes the next pitch. Ball 4. So Friona now gets their first batter of the night on the bases. So it's going to bring the third baseman for Friona to the plate now. So he'll come to the plate with 1 runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. So here comes Redmond's first pitch to this batter. Hits the outside corner for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss for a called strike 2. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. A strike right here would end the game. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be called a ball low. Runner's going to steal second and get there safely. So the count is now 1-2, 2 outs, runner on second for Friona. So here comes Redmond's what could be final pitch of the game. Just misses the outside corner for ball 2. Just misses the outside corner. 2-2 is the count. Next pitch. Misses for ball 3. Now full count to the batter. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Runner on second for Friona. Here comes Redmond's next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that is going to do it, I believe. I'm just going to make sure this time. That's going to do it for the night. Littlefield defeats the Friona Chieftains 18-0. Littlefield went on a rally in the 3rd and the 4th inning. They threw up 2 in both the 1st and 2nd inning, and then threw up 8 in the 3rd inning, and then threw up 6 in the 4th inning. So with that, that's going to do it for the night. I want to thank you for tuning in, and as always, have a blessed and safe night.
This has been a presentation of West 11 Sports Media. Today's Littlefield High School baseball action on the Littlefield Sports Network has been brought to you by the following supporters: the Littlefield ISD Hillcrest Funeral Home, Wellington State Bank, Heffington Farms and Triple T Irrigation, FiberMax by BASF, First Federal Bank, Brown Flying Service, the Lance Insurance Agency, Always Towing, and by Bill Wells Chevrolet GMC. This is West 11 Sports, your home for Littlefield High School sports.